In Sylvania, the dead rise again. The vampire counts march forth.
Hello and welcome to another Total War Warhammer. Today we are looking at the new DLC Corpse Cart. What a lovely image that brings up, and the actual image is not much better. That arms and legs are moving in that they are not corpses, they are flapping about, okay? Basically, they come in 3 different flavours. As you can see on the unit models, the different flavours are basically different smoke coming out the top. So, not massive amount of work done on the models there, but the model themselves are fantastic. They are really, really good looking. That dude's having a whale of a time whipping dead bodies. If that's what you're into, mate, whatever floats your boat. I was going to say as long as you're not harming anyone, but he is carrying a corpse, a dead body, so maybe he is. Right, let's move on. So this is the standard corpse cart. It's a chariot of sorts. It's got regeneration, meaning it's going to heal up, but then it gives him that vulnerability to fire damage, and it's got magical auras, which we'll go through. So the 3 stats on each unit are exactly the same. So they've got 45 armor, their leadership is 55, their speed is 23, melee attack of 10, defense of 22, weapon strength of 26, charge bonus of 8. Shit is the way to sum that up, I think, but that's not why, obviously, you use them in battle. These are like ammo carts for archers. It's a zombie cart for zombies or other undead units. So let's have a look at the first one. This is your bog standard corpse cart. It's got missile resistance of 15%. It causes fear, reducing the enemy's leadership nearby. It can hide in a forest. It's undead. We know about them. So it has the crumbling and disintegrating thing. It has regeneration, which we talked about, which replenishes hit points of combatants, just its own unit, but gives them a plus 20% weakness to fire damage. So if you see Knights of the Blazing Sun, run away, or walk away, stumble away, however you want to call it. But this is what this corpse cart has. That's the reason why I use it. It's called Vigor Mortis. You see what they've done there? Because it's like Rigor Mortis. Oh, they must have chuckled in the office when they thought of that name at Games Workshop. So, it's a augment spell, it's constant, and it affects all ally units within 45 metres. And this gives them a boost, so it's plus melee attack and plus melee defence. Very nice. They're not expensive units, that's what you got. They're not some, although they look big and impressive, they're not expensive units. So, that's just a nice constant buff to all your units within 45 metres. We're going to talk about how you'd use them in the battle shortly. So, next up, we have the Balefire corpse carts. So as with the others, it causes fear, hide, blah, crumble, blah blah blah. It has the regeneration. They all have that regeneration, but that damage weakness. It has the Vigor Mortis, plus 8 to melee attack and defense. Very nice. But it has the Balefire enhancement, which is a hex, a debuff, and constant around itself, affects enemies within 45 metres, and it reduces the power recharge rate, so less spells, and effect increases proportional to the number of enemy units in range. So if there's a monster fight going on, it will basically counter magic, reduce the power recharge rate. So it's really, really useful if you're going up against a magic heavy army. It's okay. I wouldn't find it that useful for the campaign, but multiplayer, I think it could really find its use, because I've seen a lot of multiplayer battles, and some people do use really heavy magic armies with lots of regeneration and stuff like that. So anything that can help that, I'm all for it. But as a whole, not too bothered about it. And the last one we've got is the Unholy Lodestone. I left an Unholy Lodestone in my bathroom earlier. Oh. Magical resistance, fear, hide in forest, undead, regenerate, crumbling, yeah, all that good stuff. It's got the regeneration we talked about, and it's got the plus 8 attack and defense. But this is the Unholy Lodestone. It is a constant around self, 45 metre range, so pretty decent, and it replenishes hit points of combatants. So this is the reason why I'd use a corpse cart, basically. Fuck the other two. This is, if you're going to use it, then for me, unless you're facing a magic heavy army, this is what I'd go for. I think that benefit alone just keeps you in the fight for so much longer. So we're going to talk about how you'd use them in a battle. As we saw in the stats, they are shit in combat on their own. So we have brought in a couple of friendly skeleton units into the battle to join us. So as you can see, the aura is affecting them. So they're loving life at the moment. They're all happy, and we'll send them over here. We've got a Dwarf Lord and a couple of units of Dwarf Warriors. So the Balefire is completely useless. So he will be our... Should we just charge him in on his own? Let's charge him in on his own. So as you can see, like I said, the Balefire one is used for when you want to go against magic heavy armies, stuff like that. Otherwise, you're better off with the other options. I think they could definitely find more of a home in like multiplayer battles, I think is where you're going to find them. And the other two units work exactly the same. One, the standard corpse cart basically gives that plus attack and defense. The upgraded, the Lodestone, Unholy Lodestone, gives the regeneration. So it's pretty simple. They're not very good in a fight, so you don't really want to commit to them to any sort of fighting. Jesus Christ, you're so slow. I haven't played a Undead campaign for a while. I forget just how painful these guys are when it comes to movement. I love the little effect when the aura comes into play. It's quite pretty. So basically what you do with those two corpse carts is just have them behind your main battle line. You keep them out of combat if you can. You just give them that buff to attack and defense, and you give them that extra bonus regeneration. So along with your necromancy spells and stuff like that, you can keep some of these even basic units like skeletons in the fight. Right, here's the lone charge. The lone uphill charge of the chariot. This is going to be a classic Clash of the Titans here. Here it goes. Here it goes. Watch the clash. Oh my god, it's going to be carnage. Oh, look at that. Yeah, basically forget that it's a chariot. Because chariot sort of suggests it might be useful in any sort of situation. But no, so much no. That was brilliant. It didn't even, dent. It didn't even get through the first line. Has it killed anybody yet? No, hasn't actually killed a person yet. Go Skellies, go Skellies. Like I said, they're not very expensive units, so the bonuses they give aren't like spectacular. They're not really sort of game changing, but I think they're definitely worth taking. One unit I would take. The standard corpse cart's a bit boring. I would take the Unholy Lodestone just for that regeneration, because that's the main reason I'd want to use them. Here we go, the march of the skeleton warriors. I love the animations of their walking. We've come to help you, mighty chariot. I love that the laughter is brilliant. So yeah, you go, boys. That wasn't the most titanic of clashes. I do apologise. This battle will probably go on 30 minutes as our skeletons slowly wear down these dwarfs, but we've still got another unit to go through. So I won't bore you with the utter dire, but I think they're really useful. So let me know if you guys are going to use them. Obviously, they take up an army spot, so it's like, oh, could I get another unit of Grave Guard in there? Or go for these. I think it's definitely worth using the Unholy Lodestone one. I think that regeneration just really helps keep your warriors in the fight for longer. And that's all you want to do, because it's a war of attrition with vampire counts. Slowly wear them down. So if you can keep your guys alive a bit longer, then all the better. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.